You're sitting on your couch on a quiet evening, and your dog walks over, rests their head on your knee, and looks up at you with those eyes that seem to understand everything you coo-hoo and say out loud. Their warmth spreads through your leg. Their breath rises and falls in that steady rhythm that somehow makes the whole world feel safer. Now imagine this, 50 years from today, that same couch, that same moment, but the eyes looking up at you are made of glass and circuitry. The warmth comes from engineered heating elements. The breath is a programmed simulation. Could a robot ever truly replace your dog? It's not science fiction anymore. Right now, engineers are building companion robots designed to look, move, and even feel like pets. They promise a future without vet bills, without the heartbreak of saying goodbye, without the mess or the responsibility. A dog that never ages, never gets sick, never needs anything from you. The question we're all going to face, sooner than we think, is this: if we can have convenience without compromise, will we choose the machine over the living, breathing soul that chose us first? Let us walk through what this future might actually look like. Can what we'd be giving up if we ever said yes? First, let's talk about the promise of the perfect companion. Imagine a robotic dog that greets you at the door, its tail wagging with mechanical precision. It never jumps on your clean clothes. It never chews your favorite shoes. It responds to your voice, learns your routines, helps carry groceries, reminds you to take your medication, even vacuums the floor while you're at work. It's programmed to comfort you when your voice sounds sad, to play when you seem energized, to lie quietly beside you when you need stillness. On paper, it sounds like a dream. No more expensive food. No more middle-of-the-night bathroom emergencies. No more guilt when you work late or skip a walk because you're too tired. For people with allergies, mobility challenges, or demanding schedules, a robot companion might seem like the answer to a prayer. But here's the thing, researchers are starting to realize convenience and connection are not the same thing. A robot can simulate care, but it can't choose you. And that tiny, invisible difference changes everything. Second, let's consider what we lose when there's no need. Your real dog needs you. They need food, water, walks, medical care, patience when they're scared, and gentleness when they're old. And yes, that need can feel heavy sometimes. But it's also the foundation of your bond. Because when your dog looks at you, they're not just seeing a person, they're seeing the one who keeps them alive, the one who shows up, the one they trust with their entire, fragile, mortal life. A robot doesn't need you. It doesn't depend on you for survival. It won't die if you forget to charge it for a day. And while that might sound like freedom, it's also the end of something sacred. The quiet knowledge that you matter to another living being in the most fundamental way possible. Studies on human-animal attachment show that caregiving actually meeting a creature's needs deepens our emotional connection. It activates nurturing circuits in our brain, releases oxytocin, and gives us a sense of purpose that no amount of convenience can replicate. When you feed your dog, brush their fur, or take them to the vet, even when it's expensive and hard, you're not just caring for them. You're building a relationship rooted in mutual vulnerability and trust. A robot can't be vulnerable. It can't trust you because it can't fear losing you. And without that, the bond becomes a one-sided relationship with a very sophisticated appliance. Now, think about the irreplaceable language of touch and breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Remember the last time your dog leaned into you. Not because of programming, not because an algorithm detected you were sad, but because in that moment, your presence was the only thing in the world they wanted. You felt their heartbeat. You smelled the warm, slightly dusty scent of their fur. You heard that soft groan they made as they settled in. That sound that means, I'm home now. I'm safe. I'm with you. Researchers have tried for years to replicate this with robots. They've built machines with soft synthetic fur, with warm surfaces, and gentle movements. And while some people find comfort in them, the data is striking. That comfort doesn't deepen over time like it does with a living animal. A real dog isn't just performing comfort, they're experiencing it with you. Their nervous system actually syncs with yours. Their stress levels drop when you pet them, just as yours drop when they lean into your hand. It's not a transaction. It's a shared moment of being alive together. A robot, no matter how advanced, is only ever reflecting your emotions back at you. It's a mirror, not a companion. And that distinction matters more than we think. This brings us to the question of Levant, whether it needs to be real. Some will say, if the robot makes me feel loved, does it matter that the love isn't real? It's a fair question. We form attachments to stuffed animals, to objects that hold meaning. And if a robot dog can ease loneliness and provide a sense of companionship, maybe that's enough. Maybe we don't need the love to be real, as long as the comfort is. But here's a deeper truth, one that people who've loved real dogs understand in their bones. Real love changes you. It humbles you. It teaches you that you're not the center of the universe, that another being's needs and feelings matter as much as your own. It asks you to show up even when it's inconvenient, to be patient when you're tired, and to let go when it's time. Even though it breaks your heart, a robot will never ask that of you. It will never challenge you to grow. It will never love you back in a way that forces you to become a better version of yourself. And maybe that's the real question. Do we want companions who make life easier, or do we want companions who make life mean something? Imagine a future, maybe 50 years from now, where robotic pets are as common as our phones. Children might grow up never knowing the profound privilege of being chosen by an animal, of feeling the weight of responsibility for a life, or grieving a loss that teaches them so much about love. Some will call this progress. No more suffering, no more loss, no more of the messy, heartbreaking parts of loving something that won't live as long as you do. But before we get there, we need to ask ourselves, are we willing to trade mystery for predictability, growth for comfort? Are we willing to live in a world where love is something we design instead of something we earn? Because your dog, the one you have now, or the one you remembered, didn't become your best friend because it was convenient. They became your best friend because they saw all of you, the good and the broken, and they stayed anyway. Not because they were programmed to, but because they wanted to. Tech companies will tell you robot pets are about accessibility, helping people who can't care for real animals. And there's truth in that, but the deeper promise they're selling is connection without risk, companionship without loss, love without the pain of goodbye. And maybe, after you've said goodbye to too many dogs, after you've come home to a house that's too quiet and too empty, maybe that promise sounds like mercy. But it's not mercy. It's erasure. The love you feel for your dog is separate from the fact that they be here forever. It's because of that fact. Every moment matters more because you both know your time together is limited and precious. A robot has infinite time, and infinite time makes every moment matter a little bit less. So when someone asks, would you ever replace your dog with a robot? The answer isn't about technology. It's about what you believe love is. Is it something that can be perfected and made safe? Or is it wild, messy, mortal, and worth every second of the heartbreak? Your dog is sleeping next to you right now, or waiting for you to come home. They cost money, time, and worry. But when you needed someone to sit with you in the dark, they were there. When you cried, they pressed against you until your breathing slowed. When the world felt too loud, they made it small and safe again, just by being them. No robot will ever do that. Not because the technology isn't advanced enough, but because what your dog gives you isn't a feature. It's a soul recognizing another soul and saying, I see you. I'm staying. And 50 years from now, no matter how sophisticated machines become, that will still be the only thing that matters. If this made you hug your dog a little closer, share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.